Hello friends, welcome to our channel. If today is your first time visiting with us, we want to extend you a warm welcome and invite you to visit our over 300 videos that are arranged in lists, as we are confident you're going to find something that you will be both entertaining and useful to you. If you have been here before and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If today is your birthday, we want to extend you a very happy birthday. Today's project will be a very classic example of why urban homesteading and woodworking go hand in hand. We have here a shoe rack or a shoe organizing system that we really like. It's very rustic, but it works very well for shoes, as you see, but it doesn't work very well for other things, and it just doesn't look as good as we want it to look. So what we're going to do is we're going to build drawers for the first row here, and we'll try to match the color, unless we decide we want it to be contrasting. I don't know. We're going to try to match the color of this, but this will be our project for today, and this is clearly a project that has to be to order. We cannot go out and buy something to complete this task. So stick around and see how we're going to achieve that. Alright, first we found boards that we think are going to work well for this project, and we need to cut them to the correct dimensions. And the first thing we have to do is we're going to have to rip that to 18 centimeters. Yes, I did go metric. And we're going to make two marks, one here and one here. No, that's okay. And then we're going to go outside to our shop and make the cut we need. So first we're going to make sure that our blade is at 90 degrees. And it is. Again, remember not to do this measurement by touching the teeth, because that will show you an incorrect measurement. Go between the teeth. And then we're going to check that our distance is what we want it to be. And we're going to do that on both sides of the blade. And we're satisfied that it is correct, right? And now we're going to cut two boards. I think two boards will be enough. So what we're going to do is that the cap one. Does it look up?
No, I think you put the other one to the side.
Okay. So okay, one more. And now we're going to do our second board. Can you come like here? Get a different perspective. Alright, and now we are going to resolve this board, because we want about half the width that we have for. So we're going to resolve this because we want about half the thickness for every other piece but the front of the drawers. And we're going to bring our blade up
Ready? Is that the bold one?
Yep.
Okay. So, is that the correct one to do?
A little bit of a bow had a little bit of a cup in it, and so it's really straining the saw.
Also, for safety purposes, one of the things you have to do when that happens, make sure you turn your saw off, so when the power comes back on, it's not going to immediately start working. And if you're using a propane heater like we do, the first thing you have to do for safety is to turn the propane off, otherwise it will be filling your area, right? So we're going to try and finish this cut without tripping it again, right? Now we have two pieces. Actually, they're pretty good. I'm surprised. So now we're getting ready to cut the width of our pieces, and we've set up here a stop, since we're going to have to cut 4 pieces, the exact dimension. So we're going to butt our board to the stop, and then make a cut. And we need one more face, right? So with our front 4 faces completed, we'll go inside and make a dry fit to make sure that they will fit our. Did we record that we were short?
We did not.
Okay. So dry fitting told us that one of our dimensions is a little too long, so we need to save a little bit off on each of the boards. So we need to cut that the grain, right? So that's the correct dimension here.
This is the one you want.
Right. So I'm trying to see what is the correct dimension to put my stop. Isn't that the correct dimension?
Well, I
Yes.
think that if you're going to make them the same, you would put them the green the same.
Well, no. So here we are getting ready to cut dados into the front of each one of the drawer facings. And here you can see the completed dado on the side of the front. And it will match up with the board this way.
So the front will not show anything, but then here we have the positive area that we can glue and attach it. And each of our faces has 2 dados, right? So we'll repeat that process twice.
So this is how each front will look, because it'll have a dado on each side for the side to attach. And then we're going to do that for the other 3.
Front number 2. Right.
So in the end, we actually ended up doing a 3rd dado across the bottom to make room for the bottom of the drawer. So there will be 3 dadoed sides on the back of your front facing of the drawer in order to accommodate the sides and the bottoms of the drawers.
Is that visible?
No, it isn't.
Can you use a flashlight?
Well, the measurement from front to back on our drawer is 24 centimeters. We're accommodating for the width of this dadoed front. It's finally in focus there. It's 11.69 millimeters, so we're taking approximately 1 centimeter off the side dimension for the side of the drawer.
So we cut it at 23.
So we will cut it at 23 centimeters.
All right, folks, so we set another stop for 23 centimeters, and we're going to cut our sides for our drawers. And since we have 4 drawers, we need 8 sides. Correct? Yeah, that's very cool. Okay. So,
It's on.
so you need to talk because I'm not. So we're going to put our other board that we cut in half through our thickness planer to make sure that we have a similar thickness as the first one. This was a very bold board, so I expect that the remaining of the boards are not going to give us this difficulty, but for this case, we have to do that. Look at this grain. It's just amazing, isn't it? Okay, we're going to stop and check and make sure that our thickness is correct. And we're not going to show you all that because that's kind of repetitive, boring work. But we're going to show you the assembly of at least one of the drawers. All right, folks, and we've finished cutting all our pieces for our 4 drawers. And we are going to start the assembly now. We're going to only show you assembling one of them because it is exactly the same for all 4. So let's get to it.
What we have is we've taken all the pieces we've cut and categorized them. So we have the sides of the box or drawer, the backs, the bases, and then
That's the front.
It looks like a base when it's flat on the table, and the bottoms, okay? So what we're going to do is some assembly, and we're using glue and brad nails. And so we're dry fitting it, and then we're going to put glue in the corners and use the brad nailer. Okay, we'll start with the side.
You don't need more, honey. We have to.
She has to put it on the one seam though.
Put it on the round one. Thanks for filming my mistake.
Okay. And you want to use the nailer?
Yep.
Start with this one. It's a little in, remember?
Yep, turn it around a little more.
Remove it. Yeah. Thank you.
Good job.
Is that the other side?
Yes.
And let's do that. Okay.
Push it down.
No, don't push it because now you're taking it off the bottom. That's fine. Okay.
Careful, it's not attached yet.
I don't think you need to, yeah, whatever. I think you need to hit it here.
Okay, turn it around for me.
Here?
Well, there is one there.
Okay.
I need to do over here.
It's falling apart. Okay. You need to be right here.
Okay, I needed to get the corner first, and I need to get the corner on the...
Okay, good. Okay. One more here. Same thing. It is easier if you come that way.
Okay. I can't see it as well that way, but
Okay.
I'm waiting.
That's good. When the lights go off, the gun is done. Okay. Okay. Did we forget anything?
This side. Too far in.
No.
We popped it a little bit, but I think it's just because this is
There.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Doing good. Excellent. So now we need the back.
No, it goes this way. Yeah. I need your help here.
Hit the nail.
Wait a minute.
I don't think that will not work. Okay.
Nope.
You missed inside that too. Put it back on.
I'm trying to put it back, honey.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have to switch cameras.
Am I near the outside? I can't see the edge of it
They're
in
very
this
small, honey.
position.
Go for it. Okay.
That was so far in. Missed it completely.
That's okay.
And then we're going to use a paddle bit to drill a hole in the front of the drawer, which will be used for pulling out. You can insert your finger or whatever and be able to pull the drawer from that receptacle. You're not straight.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And this is just to be able to pull the drawer. A very primitive handle if you wish. Okay?
Okay, so now we're using glue on the front of the drawer. We're going to do those inner edges where all the pieces are going to meet up for the two sides and the bottom. And then on the bottom, you glue the two side edge pieces because those are going to meet up with the two sides. And we want to try to give it as much strength as we can. And there's the bottom as well. There we go. It's meeting up there. Comes the first side. And you can see they're fitting together very nicely. So we're going to take a brad nail and just tack that first corner to hold it in place. That was a great connection. And here comes the second side. And again, we're just going to tack that first one. It's going on the side, and we're gonna tack that to the lip.
Okay, that's good.
Help her push that in because it's not all the way in.
It cannot go.
There we go.
Perfect here, so same with this.
And again, these brads are tacking the sides to that lip that we did the dado for.
And really they're only acting as clamps because the glue is what actually will provide strength. And with the middle one here, you don't have to. Probably the other way is easier. And you're good. You're good.
That's why I want to do it this way, so I can see it.
Because these pieces are so thin, we're trying to be very precise when we're lining up the edges to try to make sure those brad nails hit in the wood and not to either side of it.
Okay. Any other area?
Probably you need to flip it and do the other side. Yep. But it'll have to be, yeah, there you go.
And you need to be letting it outside. You need to lift the gun has cut off, I mean.
I'm looking at you to tell me
I said okay.
about. You didn't. I was waiting for you to say okay or not okay.
Okay. That was fine.
Out.
It might be out.
Okay, we refilled our brad nailer gun. We were out of brad nails. And for these, because the edges are so small, we're using 1/2 inch brad nails. These are the smallest ones we have.
Okay.
Now we're ready to place the bottom, and again, it's just turning it so that we make sure it's aligned correctly with.
Again, because we used economy lumber, the lumber is not perfect. You like that, economy lumber?
Yeah.
But we're putting it on a very rustic piece of furniture, right? So it does not have to be perfect. It gives it a little character. It's not fine furniture. It is furniture, but we are much more concerned of functionality right now than we are. We never want to make projects that look like they came out of an assembly line. The whole idea is to have the homemade look, right? The do-it-yourself look.
I guess it depends on what your preference is.
Can you put anything on that?
And again, we're going to tack one.
Yeah. Good.
That's
Excellent.
great.
Now, one here.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you missed that. Okay. Put one here.
Here?
Yeah. And again, the pieces are very small, so on occasion you will miss, and that's when you take your little Dremel and you fix that little Dremel, right? No one knows that we miss, except the fact that you guys saw it. And there's one here.
Can you turn the box so she can see it a little better?
Okay, excellent. And one there.
I think you need to go in a little bit. There. Yeah.
Good. Want to add all the center
You
again?
need to mark it.
Huh?
But you need to mark it.
You don't need to mark it. I can eyeball it.
Right?
What I'm
I
waiting
was
for.
trying to get it lined up so that it's even.
Okay. It looks a little low, I guess it is.
And we're using a paddle bit just to drill in a finger hole grip to be able to pull the drawers out.
Okay.
All right, folks, and we finished with the project. So we're going to go from this. Did you catch it? To this. Do you want to? So this is the final outcome, and you can see we started with empty cubbies, and we created nice functional drawers that can hide our mess or anyone's mess. And I think they fit the piece character, don't you? They are simple, they are functional, and I do like the contrast. I don't think Mrs. Urban Homesteading liked the contrast, so we might end up staining them, but that is an easy process regardless. You can follow our directions and achieve the same result. This concludes our episode for today, and I hope you did enjoy it. If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down twice. Share, like, subscribe, let us know what you want to see in this channel. And we certainly hope that you did enjoy this project. Again, here is the final project, other than staining, and we might stain too much. But we are pleased with the way it came out. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Yep.
Looks good.
So, from the Garage Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, Elpida, and the Urban Homesteading channel, we're going to see you Wednesday with some fun videos, and next weekend with another project. We bid you a great week.